Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the topic of whether or not the final battle prophecy was wrong. Now, of course, in Season 2, pretty much all the rage was about the Green Ninja and what Lloyd would do with that role. Of course, when Misako's scrolls were introduced into the season as well, it kind of set up the final battle in a very tremendous manner. I feel like this is one of the most legendary setups in Ninjago history, and the actual payoff to follow would be the battle between Lloyd and the Overlord. During that battle, it was said that the Green Ninja would defeat the Dark Lord, and that's exactly what happened. Lloyd unlocked his golden power and defeated the Overlord, presumably once and for all. Now, of course, at the time, Ninjago was not scheduled to continue on to anything else, so this ending made sense. This ending pretty much kept the prophecies true, and the actual ending for Ninjago was, I guess, the final battle. And after that was all said and done, that was it. But fortunately for everybody, Ninjago came back with Season 3 a year later with rebooted, and overall it kind of brought back the Overlord and kind of, I guess, revised the whole concept of the final battle again. Now, what do I mean by the prophecy could have been wrong? Well, of course, in Season 3 of Ninjago, the Overlord returns as the main bad guy. Of course, this time in a digital form, up until the very final few episodes of the season, when he basically gained his physical body, turning himself into the Golden Master. In the final moments of Season 3, Zane sacrificed himself to defeat the Overlord, and we haven't seen the Overlord since. Of course, some of you guys could count his reappearance in Decoded as kind of a canon return for the Overlord, but in terms of significant appearances, this is pretty much the last that we've seen of the Overlord himself. But of course, he was defeated at the hands of Zane, not Lloyd. So the prophecy didn't say anything about Zane defeating the Overlord, they only mentioned Lloyd, the Green Ninja. So what gives? Was the prophecy wrong? Did the Green Ninja fail at the task, or were the prophecies just kind of incorrect? In my opinion, I feel like the prophecies were kind of setting up for his overall main defeat. But somehow the Overlord latched on to Borg's new technology throughout New Ninjago City at the time, and thus the Overlord was able to return. It's only when Zane destroyed his actual new physical form when the Overlord kind of disappeared for good. But the question still remains, who really defeated the Overlord? Was it Lloyd or Zane? I kind of say that both of them did. In reality, Lloyd kind of defeated the Overlord the first go round, or at least his true form. Of course, the Overlord Dragon was the true form of the Overlord. That's basically his true maximum form. His appearance in Season 3 as the Golden Master was not his true form, so could that even be considered the Overlord in the first place? That wasn't his final form. That wasn't his most powerful form. Sure, he might have been energized with golden power, but could that still be counted as his final form? Is that the true Overlord? I hesitate to say yes. I feel like the Overlord Dragon that we saw in Season 2 was the true Overlord, thus keeping the prophecies true. The Green Ninja did defeat the Dark Lord, but he didn't destroy him, obviously. The Overlord as a concept cannot be destroyed, and I've kind of discussed this in videos before. The Overlord as a thing cannot literally be destroyed throughout Ninjago. He always needs to be around, as there always needs to be a balance between good and evil. Overlord is the embodiment of evil, and the first Spinjitzu Master's bloodline is the embodiment of good. So obviously those two things need to exist at the same time, otherwise one will overtake the other. And this is where I kind of introduce a little bit of my own theory. I have a feeling that maybe the Overlord could return one more time before Ninjago's conclusion, and my dream conclusion for Ninjago would be to have the Overlord return to actually finalize the final battle. Maybe the initial final battle was not the final battle, and maybe that battle is yet to come. Maybe the Overlord will return one day. Maybe the Stone Army will return as well under the control of the Overlord. And maybe one more time, Lloyd will have to unlock golden power in order to defeat the Overlord, this time for good. That would still make the prophecy true, and it would have been true if Zane had not defeated the Overlord during Season 3. That kind of threw off the prophecy for a couple of people, and maybe the prophecy wasn't always meant to be true, but it does kind of poke a little bit of holes in the plot there, at least in terms of my own opinion. A couple of people in the community have also picked up on this too. I've seen this discussed several times throughout the past couple of years of me being a part of this community, so obviously I'd say it's something that a lot of people are considering, and a lot of people are kind of confused about this as well. So hopefully I was able to answer a few questions in this video. Hopefully I didn't make things more confusing, and hopefully you guys appreciated, I guess, the idea at least of the Overlord returning one more time to actually finalize the final battle and make the prophecy official, because who knows, they could always go back and revise that prophecy later on. Maybe it was right, maybe it wasn't, but let me know down below in the comments what you think. Do you think the prophecy that stated the Green Ninja would defeat the Dark Lord was incorrect, or do you feel like Season 3 didn't really mess that up at all? Why or why not? Leave all your thoughts down below, and I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. With all that being said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.